So, okay. I hope you all can see my screen. If you can see my screen, say hi.
Hi, you are seeing your screen.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So before I continue, let me do give an introduction once again. So my name is Samuel Ogunshola, and I'm a research student at the University of Manitoba, Winnipeg, Canada, and also I'm the team lead at Swiss Africa. So in the past 3 or 4 years, I've been into presentation slide design, and it's not just the basic one, but a professional one. So I've used design using using PowerPoint, using Canva and other tools to work across different organizations. Also design various academic slides and complain, presentation slides. So I want to use these platform to train people, especially the Swiss Africa community members. So the Swiss Africa is an organization aimed at celebrating and shaping women in STEM. So that's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we believe that for every woman, to do well in their choosing career, to do well in their academics, they need to have ideas of presentation. I've worked in the academic sector. I've worked in the organization, and even personally, you can't do without presentation. Anywhere you go to, you have to, find something to present. And if you don't have the skill, if you don't know how to create a nice slide, if you don't know how to speak to the to audience, that might limit you, in developing in your career. So that's why we're having this training today. So the essence of this training is to basically learn how to create slides with Canva and how to present. So we have a lot to do today, and I'm going to try and release all the information within 1 hour at most, and if possible, we might just overshoot a little. So this is a quote which says, "Design can be art. Design can be aesthetic. Design is so simple, and that's why it's so complicated." So this quote was given by Rand, who is a graphic designer. So one thing I just want to pick out from this quote is the fact that design is simple, and that is why it is so complicated. Simplicity is actually the greatest sophistication. So I remember when I was still like some years ago, when I don't know anything about design, then I used to feel like, these guys coming up with all these pictures. How are they bringing information together? How are they combining pictures, combining shapes, to to send out information. So then it was so complex to me, and then there are actually many tools. Please, mute? Please, can we mute ourselves, please? Hello, please, can we mute ourselves?
Can you mute it as
Yeah, you can mute them. You can mute them somewhere. You can mute them.
Thank you. Please let us all mute ourselves. Okay, thank you. So, as I was saying, design is not about, thinking something so complex. It's just about bringing simple things together to pass across an information. So the moment when you make a design and you're not sending out a particular information to people, then that's not a design. So that simple way of sending out information is what makes design so complicated. So that's what I just want to pass across with this particular quote. So today we are going to be touching this outline. Oh, please, I want to. Okay, so today we'll be focusing on this outline. Number one, we are going to learn the basics of design. Number two, we are going to talk about Canva itself. Number three, we are going to answer a question, why learn Canva? Number 4, the Canva interface, and number 5, practicals. So the Canva interface and practicals will be matched together. So we are going to check the go to the Canva website and learn how you can come up with designs. So let's start. So the basics of design. So what is graphic design? Graphic design is simply defined as the act and practice of planning and projecting ideas and experiences with visual and textual content. So from this definition, as I said earlier about design being simple and you passing across an information with design. So that's just what graphic design is all about. It's about you coming up with something in your mind and then you using that to pass across an information to people. So it can be that you want to pass an information about a program that is coming up. You want to pass across an information about a project you're doing. You want to pass across an information about maybe an academic work. It can be a research, it can be a proposal. So the main aim, why you want to design is to pass across an information. So the moment that you come up with a design and the design is not passing across any information, that shows that you are not designing graphics. So the first process in designing is actually to plan. So it is the art and practice of what? Of planning. And where does the planning takes place? The planning takes place in your head. The planning takes place in your head and your mind. So this slide that I'm presenting to you today, before I design this, I've already think about it in my mind that, okay, what do I want to pass across to these people? How am I going to pass it across? How will I pass it across in such a way that they'll be able to understand the information? So before you design anything, don't just go online and start designing stuff. First sit down and ask yourself, okay, how am I going to come up with this? What color should I use? How am I going to combine them together? So the moment you answer all these questions, it will be very easy for you to actually, start your design and create something nice. So another thing is graphic design helps in projecting ideas. So as I said, ideas are actually things that come up in our mind and then you project it out to the world. So design is not just all these flyers we see. Also, even car designs. When you're going to read about Elon Musk and Tesla, you'll be able to get how was he able to think about that kind of car design. So it's all about an idea that first came up in his head and then he put it out in form of a design. So architects too can actually say something about this. You want to come up with a building, you want to come up with, a structure. You first have to think about it as an idea in your mind and then you bring it out. Another thing about design is experience. So good designers are designers that have actually, seen things and have go out into the world and check how beautiful the world is. So for some architects, when they were in school, they might ask them to go and check, travel to places to go and check how designs are. Why are they doing that? They want them to have an experience. They want them to have something at the back of your mind. So graphic designers also go through trainings, they go through school, they travel around, they study to be able to have something in their mind that they can use to build up ideas. So before I came up with all these, before I improve on myself as regards presentation design, I had to go through some trainings personally. I have to watch a lot of videos on YouTube to be able to come up with, okay, how I can combine stuffs together to actually pass across information. So I'll be talking about 7 basic tips to know on how to design. Please, let's mute ourselves. Let me mute. Okay. Trying to mute this phone. Please let us unmute ourselves. Thank you. So 7 basic tips to know on how to design. So the reason why I'm coming up with these tips before I go on Canva to train you how to do presentation is because if you don't have the knowledge of what design is and how to pass across information, you will not be able to design the best slides out there. That's how it is. So anything you want to design, is this slide? Is it you want to paint? Is it that you want to make want to create information or you want to pass across a flyer or anything? There are rules on design, and that's what people don't know. That's what separates the people that know and people that don't know. Because if you don't know these rules, you see that the more you design, the more you see that the design is not even flowing well. So while we're in school, then we have some of us that go for presentation, and then after the presentation, the lecturers will tell you that your slide is not that fine. It's because you don't know the tips on how to design slides. So let's move on. So tip number one, lines. Lines. So the work of line is to help give your design focus and direction. It also makes your design more professional. So while I was in secondary school, there was a course we took, and that was technical drawing. I can remember in technical drawing class then, I think the first 5 classes we did was on how to draw a line. Why? Because if you want to become a designer, you have to learn how to make use of lines. Lines actually give focus to your design and also direction. And aside that, line also makes your design simple. So if you check my slide that I'm presenting to you, you can see a lot of lines. For instance, under here, there is a line. This white line here is just like a demarcation. So that shows that I'm not using the whole, presentation canvas, the whole slide to design. There's actually a place where I just cut out, because under that I can actually include my name, I can include the date, I can include the slide number. So if you want to design, you actually have a place in your mind, okay, maybe like a line underneath where you want to put all those informations, which you can maintain all through your design. And also, if you want to write maybe a topic, it's always good to underline. So while we're in school, then if you remember in primary school, anytime you write topic, you always want to use a ruler and a pen to underline. Why? Because it makes your work neat. So also in design, in graphic design, lines helps to make your work professional and neat. So, and also, even though all these things are very important, you should also be careful not to make them too much. You understand? So you should try and ensure that you make it perfect on everything you do. And you should, as I said earlier, you should create all these things in your mind. So as you're creating in your mind, you just have to look at what the final outcome of your design will look like before you start. Number two, font. So also, while I was in school then, anytime we want to talk about presentation, want to design, my lecturers then always tell us that you should use a bold font, number one, and number two, you should not put too many information on your slide, or you should not put too many information on your design. Why? The human being, the human psychology does not have time to be checking many informations at once. So you have to put out the best information out there. So the moment I see your design, the moment I see your slide, I should be able to grab everything you're talking about at once. But the moment you have a lot of information on the slide, it pisses me off, because instead of focusing on you that you're presenting, I'll be focusing on the information on the slide. So that's why I see anytime some people present, the people they are presenting to the audience will not even look at them. They will focus on their slide because there are a lot of information there. Whereas anytime you're presenting, you should ensure that the focus is on you and not on your slide. So when working with font, we have hierarchy in design, and also hierarchy even in writing. You might not notice this before, but anytime you want to start a class in school, the first thing you write is the topic. So the topic is just like the title. So if you want to also design too, there should be a title. For instance, you want to design maybe a flyer for a program that is coming up. The title of the program is the key that people want to see. Aside that, maybe the date of the program. So all these are what you must make this part bold enough for people to grab the information at once. But the moment there are a lot of information and you're not revealing the right information, people will have to start looking for where the information is. And before you know it, they might not be able to get it at once. So after the title, we have the subtitle. So that's what follows. So the subtitle is just like after the title. So if the title is bold, the subtitle should be what? Should also review something. So for instance, when I designed the front page of this slide I'm designing here, basics of presentation slide is the title. Learn how to design is the subtitle. So the body is other information. And the funniest thing is the body of a design can even be a picture. The body of a design can be an emoji, can be anything. So you have to maintain this hierarchy, have it at the back of your mind in when you're designing. So there are fonts here I've listed out here that we can we can use. So me, I use these two fonts. I use Lato and Montserrat. So this slide you are seeing here, I use Lato, and also on this slide too, I use Montserrat. So I will show you when I change my font. So those are the two fonts I use, but you can have your own font, your professional font that you like. So all these fonts here are clear, and then you can easily see. And also when you bold them, they bring out the information. So when writing words, make sure you follow scale and you observe hierarchy. So, before I move on, do you have any question? Any question?
For me, no.
Okay, and if you have, okay, in case if there is any question, you can just drop them in the chat. I will check and answer them. So let's continue, and hope you're all enjoying the presentation. So pictures. Now, pictures are key in design. We are going to get to a point in this presentation where you're going to be seeing a lot of pictures, and I will tell you why I'm using pictures in those slides. Pictures pass across a lot of information. If you see these guys here, this particular guy sitting down here smiling, you can use this to design anything. You can use this to design a marketing, campaign. You understand? Your customers are happy anytime they undo, maybe your company website. So pictures pass across a lot of information, and people connect with pictures more than words. Human beings connect with pictures more than words, because the moment I see a picture, I put myself in that position immediately. So if you show me a picture now that someone is happy because he's using your product, and I see the way the person is smiling, I myself, so I may picture myself that, wow, maybe if I use this product, I will start smiling too. So you have to, as a designer, using pictures should always be at the back of your mind. You understand? And with that, you can easily pass across many information. So where can you get pictures? You can get pictures on Pixels. You can get pictures on Pinterest, on Splash and Pixabay. So all the pictures there are free. So on Splash, they have a lot of HD pictures. So I use on Splash more. And also on Canva, there are free pictures you can use if you're using free accounts. So me, I use free account on Canva because the resources available are enough for me to design the best thing I want to design. So all I just need to do is know how to combine things, and then I come up with the best designs. So use photos that pass across the message, and use clear pictures to pass across your message. So let me just drop these as we move on. Also, if you're presenting maybe an academic presentation, for some of us that might end up in the academics later on, ensure you you don't make your slides wordy, and ensure you bring in maybe pathways, bring in pictures, pictures, because here in school, most of our lecturers, what they're asking for is that. So if you keep on bringing a lot of words, it pisses them off, and they actually have a lot of questions to ask you. So when you use pathways, the words are less, and then you'll be able to even understand and get the flow better. Presentation is all about flow. So colors. Color is also key in design. So I can see that I actually merge a lot of colors here just to pass across the message. So the first thing I want to talk about is contrast. Contrast is key in design, and you can leverage on the transparent tool, that's the transparency tool on design. So the thing is, I'm put two pictures on each other, but if you see, you can see that this blue picture here is actually transparent because you can see the picture here below. So anytime you want to design and you see that the color is, maybe entering into the font, the color of the font, then what you can do is just to make use of transparent, the transparent tool, and then that will help to bring out the information more, just like I explained on hierarchy earlier. So if you want to pass across an information, I want the information to be bold, and you see that the colors are actually, not coming out well, you can make use of transparent tool to reduce the contrast. And another thing in design is white space. White space and white backgrounds make your design neat and professional. Simplicity is the greatest sophistication. It's not about bringing many colors into your design. Most times I prefer using 2 colors in my design, 2 or 3 colors at most, because the more the color, the more complex your design becomes, and then people will not be able to get the right information. So design is not about you making it too fine, putting a lot of colors. No, it's all about passing across the information. So the moment you are not passing across the information, no matter how good the design is not, it's useless. So to make your design useful, you are passing across an information. And to pass across the information, it must be clear to people. So the moment you are putting green on red now, like green font on red background, some people with color blindness will not be able to see. And then you are not passing the information to them. But if you put white on black or black on white, people will be able to see more. So these colors and how they flow is very important in design. So number 5 is element. So make use of shapes, icons, logos, and cartoons in your design. So as I said earlier, making use of pathways, making use of colors, shapes, all these things combined together make your design look more professional. If you look at this slide I'm presenting, I made use of several shapes. The first shape here is the bulb. So there's a reason why I use this bulb here, because I believe Bob actually shows enlightenment. It shows that I want to pass across knowledge. So that's why I use that. If you see this rectangle here too, is playing a particular role. I want this title to show. So that's why I use a white background rectangle. You understand? And then if you look at this number 5 here, it's not just a normal font. I deliberately look for this font to pass across a message. And also, if you see some design, you see that they put social media these social media logos or icons. So these two pass across the message. Instead of me typing out Facebook and wasting a lot of space, I can just use this icon and then it pass across the message to you. Now that's Facebook, this is LinkedIn, and this is Instagram. And also using this cartoon here, I can pass across a lot of message instead of using pictures. Because at times, you downloading slides that are filled with pictures will be very heavy for people to download. For instance, this slide I'm presenting, if I want to send it to us now, it might be a little heavy because there are a lot of pictures there. But I can change all the pictures in this slide to cartoons, and cartoons actually have the size is a little bit low, so then you all can download it even with maybe 2 MB or 1 MB. So all these things are things you need to have in mind, because if you also design and people cannot download what you design, then it's still useless. So you have to think about the people you are designing for. Think about how they're going to get the information. Design is not for you, it's for people that you want to pass across information to. If you are designing slide, you want to pass across information to people. If you are designing a flyer, you want to pass across information to people. So the first question is, will people understand what you're designing? So the moment they don't understand what you're designing, then the design is useless. So number 6, avoid wordy slides. I've already mentioned this. So make sure your graphics, words, and shapes are all aligned together, and reduce the number of words on your slide. So ensure that anything you're designing, if you're having more than 50 words on your slide, is already too much. Ensure you make use of bullet points, make use of pictures, anything that will reduce the words in your slide. You understand? So because presentation is all about you, not your slides alone. The moment people don't focus on you when you're presenting, then your presentation is already watery. They should focus on you as you're presenting. Let them hear what you want to say and not be reading your slides. Because when they read your slides and you're just reading out the slides to them, you're not presenting anymore. So another thing is alignment in design. Alignment is just you ensuring that everything you're designing actually flow with each other. So let me just show you an example of alignment here. So this title I put here, avoid wordy slides. If you look at this shape that I drew here, this rectangle, you can see that it maintains the same line with this one. You understand? If you look at this line I drew here, it maintains the same, like it is aligned to this cartoon here. So alignment is key in design. If I put this line here, put this one maybe somewhere here, put this one here, just scatter everything, then it's not professional. So anytime you are designing, don't just put everything on the slide or put everything on the flyer. No, ensure that they are justified. Ensure that they are well aligned together. So that makes your work more professional. Yeah. So lastly, branding. Connect your design by repeating elements of your previous designs. It helps you to maintain a brand all through. So when designing slides, ensure that what you maintain, you maintain the flow. It's not that your first slide is color green, your second slide is color red. Though you can have that, but there should be an element of branding there. Maybe the lines you use in your first slide is the same as the one used in your second slide. So you need to maintain branding when designing, especially presentation slides and even flyers. So if you want to do a campaign, for instance, for the first thing that should come to your mind is what brand do you want to use? Like what template? Yeah, template is the word. What template are we going to use to make the design, great? And that's what you're going to maintain all through. So yeah, we've come to the end of the first section. And before we go on to the next section, I will just stop sharing now, receive some questions, or just see the people that are around, then we continue. So, okay, is there any question? Or are we okay with the presentation?
Yeah, for me, it's quite
Okay, yeah, thank you. So also you can just, as you're moving on, you can drop things you're learning from the presentations too. I would love to see if you are flowing. So if you
Sorry,
understand
I have a
anything.
question.
Okay.
Okay, my question is where you fixed in the logos, the
Okay.
Instagram, the Facebook, and the all likes. How
Yeah.
do you fix in? There's a background beneath, and probably the
Canvas
um,
lecture.
okay, yes, this place.
Okay.
The background is white, right?
Yeah.
So now what you're having is like probably black. How were you able to fit in that this picture did not affect the color, did not affect the white? Like probably I'm having that Facebook now is probably is a green but it's having a green background. If I
Okay.
fix it in now, it's going to show the green on the white. I've been having issues with that in particularly. If I want
Okay.
to fix, yes.
Okay, I
Do you understand
understand.
my
I understand your question. What is happening is the kind of icon you select on Canva, if you're using Canva to design. So there are some icons you select that you'll not be able to change the background color. You cannot change their color. For instance, you can select Facebook now, it will be blue. I want to maintain, you want to change it, like I want to maintain black. So if you can't change the color of that particular icon, then the color will just scatter. You understand? So it depends on the kind of icon you select on Canva, and we are going to get there when we get to the practical section. Hope I was able to answer your question.
okay, yes. Thank you very much.
Practical shows how I came up with some of these designs, and we took and start designing. So okay, let me just check the chat if there is any. Okay, yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, so let's go to the next one. So now, what is Canva? So Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. So I would say that Canva is actually one of the best things I discovered in 2019. Okay, it was 2019, but I actually trained myself more in 2020. And after training myself in Canva, wow, I got a lot of opportunities, work with different organizations. I remember when I was serving in the University of Lagos then, I even used Canva to design the pocket statistics of the university. After leaving University of Lagos, I worked with almost 3 startups using what skill? Just Canva. Because the moment I knew how to use Canva and I have ideas in my brain, I was able to bring those ideas out to people to see on presentations. So when people see my presentations, they were just like, they were wowed, like, wow, this is cool. And that's how they bring me into their team. That's how we started working together. So most of us here, we have a lot of ideas in mind. We have a lot of things we want to do, but we don't know how to bring them out. We don't know how to bring them out. And that's what Canva is. That's what they use Canva for. As I said, design is an idea in your brain. It's something you're thinking about. And then you need a platform to bring that thing out. Then Canva is that platform you can use to do that. Yeah. So now, how can you get to Canva? I have a friend and I wanted to train. Now he's an expert in design. Like, I think he's even designing Canva better than me. So he was asking me then that, okay, Sam, I want to learn how to do Canva, that where should I go and download the software? I was shocked because there's no software for Canva. All you just need to do is pick your laptop, go to Google and type in canva.com, and then you're on Canva. Or if you're using an Android phone, you should just download the Canva app. Like, I still don't know why I believe that most youth out there, young people, should actually have Canva on their phone. Because there are a lot of things you want to write, there are a lot of ideas in your mind that you want to tell the world. For instance, this year I've been designing something simple. I just think of maybe 3 words to do, maybe inform the people on my timeline to just know. So for instance, I can just design, okay, persistent, consistent. I just write things out there and put write a content or what is going on with me so that people can connect. So how was I able to come up with that design? It's on Canva. So you can easily download the app from Google Play Store, or if you want to use system, you can just go on www.canva.com. So like all this presentation you're seeing, I designed them on canva.com using my laptop. So now the thing is, why learn Canva? So you can see that I used that picture I showed us earlier. So just to make all of us smile. So why learn Canva? Number one, personal use. So for my personal use, I've used Canva for several things: to design birthday cards for people, to design my personal social media graphics, as I explained to you, to design my CV, and even to run my initiatives. So the two initiatives I'm running, I actually have a folder from Canva on them where I design anything I need. So if I just need a template now for Swiss Africa, I know where to go to design. So it's very easy for me. It's not if I'm designing from scratch. I just design many templates and I use them. Happy New Month template is the same. I have templates if I want to design birthday for people, if I want to design what's it called? If you want to make the Swiss Africa crush design, everything is there. You understand? So personal use. So you yourself, you need Canva, at times to just pass across an information to build your own social media platform. You understand? And the fact is, if you want to actually make something like do well in this world, right from now, you should start selling yourself out well out there. So you have to pick a platform to sell yourself. So, most of us, I think in Africa, we always have this fear that if I start talking about myself, the village people will be running after me. The fact is, whether I talk about yourself or not, the village people will run after you. So it's better you just talk about yourself so the good people can see you. So right here, in abroad, there, people always talk about themselves, show the skills you have, write stories about yourself, let people know what you're doing. And how can you do this? You can use Canva to make it happen. So if you have some ideas in mind, some quotes you have in mind, you can easily design them, write a story about them, and put it online. And that's how people know that you have excellent writing skills. That's how people will know that you have good social media management skills. So another one is academics. So here in school, I have two presentations next week now. So we present every time. I still present yesterday. So almost every day you must present. So if you don't know how to make slides, I'm very sure you're going to have a lot of challenge here. I have a friend, she always we met yesterday, she always look for where to design. Like, I need someone to design slides for me. Imagine she has that skill. You understand? Instead of looking for someone to design for her, she can easily make this happen herself. So these are skills you need to build, like train yourself on, because it makes work easy for you. When you go out to graduate school, like you graduate, you want to start your master's, you will present. If you say that you want to go into, I want to work in an organization, a company, you will present. Anywhere you get to, you will present, you will submit a document. So if you don't know how to craft out the document, then you might end up not being used in that particular complaint. So another one is professional use. So I'll just tell you a short story of a company I worked with before I traveled. So um, I was a project coordinator at the company, and I can remember my interview. I did biochemistry in school. So when the lady called me, she was like, "What did I do in school?" I said biochemistry. And then the next question is, "Why are you not pursuing biochemistry?" I was like, "Wow, I'm still going to pursue biochemistry, but for now I need to make money." So she now asked that, what are the skills I have? That's what they are looking for in Nigeria. Jobs are available. I won't lie to you. There are jobs, but are there skillful people? Are there people that can design presentations, excellent ones? Are there guys that can make work plans for complaints? These are the things she was asking me. Can you design a work plan? I said, yes, I've designed several work plans. I sent her examples right from my Canva page. Have you designed presentation slides before? Like, wow, that's my, I even know that more. I sent her some of my designs. She asked me that, can I do graphics? I sent her all those things. She asked me that, can I use Excel? I was like, yes, I can use Excel. So I sent her all the works I've done before. And then on the next, she interviewed me on Friday. On Monday, I start the job. So the fact is, you need to build yourself on all these skills. You need them. So if you want to work, in any company, now most of the skills they are looking for is social media management. So if you're a project coordinator, you have to have good social media management skills, because some of your projects, you have to put them on social media. So these are skills you need to learn naturally. You understand? If you're working in a company, you have to do presentations. And also you can use Canva to design ebook, make business plan, design catalog. So for your business now, you can have a catalog. For instance, you're baking cake, you can have a catalog of your cakes where you can send to your customers easily. Okay, check, this is what I'm doing. So people will be able to know what you've done before, and then they can give you jobs. So I've designed several catalogs for different companies, and also pitch deck. So if you're an entrepreneur, you want to go into entrepreneurship, you have to learn how to design pitch deck, how to design business plan, how to design proposals. So these are skills you need to add to yourself. So me designing pitch deck, I've used that to make a lot of money while I was in Nigeria. So my friends that are into the entrepreneur that I have in my cycle, anytime they need pitch deck for any presentation, they call on to me and I collect my money. So that's how, you know, that values to yourself. And you're already starting that now by attending this training. And we are going to go into the practical section now. So from there, we'll be able to learn how to use Canva to come up with some designs. And if you have your laptop, you can also join me as we make some designs happen. And if you have it on your phone too, you can easily design Canva on your phone. They've upgraded their app, and the upgraded version is actually very nice. So you can download it on Google Play Store and start using. Thank you. So I'll stop sharing now before we go into the practicals, in case if you have any question. So do we have any question?
Samuel, you just mentioned said for the app on the laptop and the app on the phone, is there any difference or they are the same?
Okay, yeah, there are differences. You understand? There are differences because if you design on the laptop, I like designing on the laptop. I feel I can easily use the tools more than the phone. But both actually, the difference are not that much. You understand? The moment you can design well on your system, you should be able to design too on your phone, because most of the tools you use on your system are also on the phone. So Canva is all about knowing where the tools are and how you can combine them together to pass across your information. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So any other question? Okay, so no question. Now let's move on into the practical section. And okay. So I will just go to home. I hope you all can still see my screen. So yeah, let me just clear everything. Okay, cool. So if you want to go on Canva, what you do is, as I said, you just do canva.com. So once you press enter, it takes you to the page. So if you've not registered for Canva before, it's very easy to do. All you just need to do is go to there is a link here that says login, or let me just log out and let me sign out so you guys can see that. So this is how it is. Once you type in canva.com, it takes you to this login page, and then from here you can easily register. So if you want to sign up, click on sign up. use your email and a password and maybe your name too. Also, you can sign in with your Facebook. Maybe you have your Facebook logged in on your system. You can easily use login with Facebook. So logging in is very, very easy for Canva. And if you're using a MacBook, you can easily log in with your MacBook too. So let me just log in back. Yeah. So the moment you log in, you're going to have this interface. You understand? So this is the interface you're going to have, and you can see that you can design anything you want to design. So before you design, as I said, you have to actually have a picture in your mind. So is it that you want to make a presentation? Is it that you want to make an Instagram post? For the presentation part, if I want to present, like the presentation I have next week now, I've been thinking about it since, like building up the slides in my mind. This is how the slide will flow. This is how it's going to be before I go on Canva. It's not as if I will not go on Canva and then we'll be thinking of inspiration. Though we are still going to talk about that, so how you can get inspiration. But once you have something in your mind you want to design, for instance, I want to design an Instagram post, is here. The template is here already. All you just need is to click on it and then it will take you to the page. If you want to design a presentation, the template is there. If you want to design a flyer, the template is there. We have poster. If you want to make use of A4 document, is there. Infographics. If you want to pass across informations to, that's there. You want to design resume, you want to design a logo. So the Swiss Africa logo, I designed it myself using Canva. So I just woke up the idea and I think, okay, what can I combine together to make this logo? What is the company about? And I came up with a logo. Some of us would have started a lot of complaints or a lot of initiatives. I didn't think we can use this Canva too. To design your logo is very simple. The logo is there. Logo design, just come up with something. You want to design graphics for your initiative. Maybe you want to do a campaign on or maybe health stuff, financial stuff. You can easily come here and use Instagram design, and then before you know it, you already have a lot of Instagram templates you can use. If you want to design flyer for your company, maybe you're into fashion, or you want to let people know what you are doing, you can come here and design things, because if you don't talk about yourself, people will not know what you are doing. So that's how that is. So we have, if you want to design a report, this is for if you're working in a company, you can easily design a report here. You want to design a business card, you want to give to people, is here. Certificate. So if you want to design certificate for your initiatives, maybe people volunteer with you, you want to give them certificate, you can do this. You also have Instagram story, you also design newsletters. If you're working in a company, newsletter is regular. You have to design newsletter you send to people on your mail list. You want to design letterhead, it's also here. You want to design a brochure. So I use this a lot to design for several organizations then when I was in Nigeria. So presentation, if you want to use the 4x3 presentation, if you want to design Instagram story, you want to make graphs, proposals, letters, invitations, just talk about even video. You can even do video editing now on Canva. You understand? So all these things are here. Everything you need to do, all you just need to do is come up with something in your mind. Open your mind, free your mind, come up with ideas. All the tools you need are online. If you want to start email marketing, the tools are online. When I wanted to start email marketing, all I just need to do is go on Google. How can I start email marketing? And then you have the skill. So when they ask you in the company you're working with, do you have email marketing skill? You put it on your CV. I know how to do it. All you just need to do is go on Google, then carry out the process. Google already have a lot of information for you. You just follow the steps, then you know how to do it. You put it in your CV. Look for the skills people are using now. So if getting a job is not that hard, but it's just that you don't have the skills they need. The moment you have the skills people need, when you have graphic design skill, you have email marketing skills, you have presentation skills, you know how to design anything, you're not having challenges with that, you will surely have a job that, you can use all these skills. I've met a lot of ladies that are actually into content development for several companies. So these are tools they use. So you too, I believe, after this class, you'll be able to access them. So you can see a lot of even Zoom virtual background. You can design that on Canva now. You can design your website page, menu. For the Food and Juice blog, I designed a blog, the blog pictures right here on Canva. So that's that. Now, to make the work easy for you, after knowing all the things that Canva can do, And also it is grouped here. So if you need anything on social media, you can get it here. Anything on events, maybe you're an event planner, you want to plan an event, you can do it here. You're into marketing, so I did a lot of marketing there in Nigeria. You can see Facebook ad, Instagram ad. If you're into documentation, you can do that here. Order print. If you're into printing business, you want to design invitation card, business card, poster, t-shirts. You want to design your t-shirt, is on Canva. You want to make videos, you're into video editing, video presentation, YouTube intro. All these things are on Canva. If you are maybe you're schooling, I need to do presentations, for school. You can say presentation slide is classified under school. You want to design a worksheet for yourself, lesson plan. You want to design infographics, is right there. And also for personal use, maybe you want to design pictures for yourself. You want to invite people for birthday parties. So all these things are right there on Canva. So now let's design something. Since this class is on presentation, so I'm going to be designing presentation slides for us using all the tools I mentioned, you understand? So after that, all the ideas I use for presentation can be used to design anything else. So that's why I actually explained the basics of design to you first. So once you can design a presentation, you can design a flyer, you can design a logo, you can design anything you want to design. So another thing you can do is instead of searching around or scrolling all these things, you can easily come here and type in. So what we want to do now is presentation. So once I type presentation, so you can see that presentation is here. I just click on it and then you go straight to presentation. So now here's another interesting thing about Canva. So Canva already have some templates designed for you. So there is no need for you to start, maybe designing from scratch. So at times, if I'm very busy and I don't want to start thinking about ideas, or I just want to quickly design something, I just come to Canva and look for templates. There are hundreds of templates here on anything you want to do. All you just need to do is click on these templates, edit them to your own style, and then you're good to go. So it's not a must to design from scratch. These are templates that are nice, they pass across all the information. So you can just flow with these templates and use them to design. That's one. The second thing is you can use template to get inspiration. Looking at all this template I have here, I can combine all this template together to design my own single slide. You get the idea now. Once you already know the basics of design, picking up a template and editing it will be very easy for you. And I already explained the basics of design to you. So you just come here and then look for templates you want to use for your design. So that's that about that. So since you want to design from scratch, so you create a blank presentation. So the moment you click on that, Canva will move you to the canvas. So the canvas is the page where you design. So all those tools I was mentioning earlier, the icons, the shapes, how to upload pictures, text, all of them are right here on this canvas. So all you need to do here is to combine all of them together to design your great presentation. You understand? So we are going to design several things now. So it depends on what you want to do. Now let's quickly write out what the 7 things we want to combine together in presentation. So we have pictures, we have lines, we have font, we have the next thing we have shapes and icons, We have what else? We have color, right? We have color.
We have alignment.
Okay, yeah, we have alignment. Thank you very much. And then lastly, what else? Lines, pictures, font, shapes, color,
Branding.
branding. Thank you very much. Thank you. So these are the 7 things we want to test together now. So this is what we're going to do. This here is just like the page where we just want to use to do all the rough work. So the first thing I want to do is I want to design a slide that involves pictures. So I want to just make use of pictures. And before I design that, the first thing that comes to my mind is maybe I want to design a a marketing presentation for my company. That's what comes to my mind. So how can I do that? Number one, I want the marketing, since it's a business presentation and marketing, I want the company to, my audience to see, like have a view of how we make our customers feel. So I need to include pictures. Do you get the idea now? I need to include pictures. So aside that, I need to actually drop some information on the slide, and I need to maintain a color brand. Maybe the company have a brand. So for instance, now maybe I'm working with Canva. Canva have a brand. So let me go to, so before I move on, let me quickly show us some things. So the thing, what I click here just now is add page. So you can see this plus here if you are working on your computer. Also is on the phone too. You can easily do that on your phone, add page. So this add page adds a new page, a blank page. This one here you can see is duplicate page. So for instance, if I make this page now pink, and this is the brand I want to use all through. So instead of me now designing all this again and again, all I can just do is duplicate the page. You can see when you duplicate page, the same page is copied down here. So you have another one here. If you want to add presenter note, if you are presenting, you want to add a note on what you're doing. This arrow here is to move down your presentation. So you can move it down, you can move it down. This one is move up, and this is to delete the slide. Delete the slide. So that's what I use that for. So now another thing is let's go to the what is on the left hand side of the canvas. Now, or before we go to that, let us check the ones on top. So you can see this arrow here is undo. So you can see when you're using a Microsoft Word, Control Z, go back to, maybe you delete something, I want to return that thing back. You understand? So that's undo. So this is undo. So and when you are designing on Canva, it is being saved on cloud. So which makes your work interesting. So anything I'm designing on Canva is not saved on my laptop. It's saved on cloud. So I can design thousands of pictures. It's not saved on my laptop that will be, taking up my space. If I'm using Photoshop now, you have to be saving the pictures and to be taking the space on my computer. But when I use Canva, it's saved on cloud. So all your changes are saved. So when you see this crown, you see this crown here? This crown is for premium users. So there are you need to pay some money for you to actually have access to the premium account. So because of that, you cannot use some pictures, you cannot use some icons because you are not using a premium account. I myself am using a free account because everything I need is actually, I can get them with the free account. So if you want to access your files too, so everything is here. So that's about the upper part. So this left-hand side there, you have the template. I already show you what you can use template for. There are two major things. Number one, to quickly design something, just click on the template, edit it, come up with a presentation. Number two, to get inspiration. So if you want to design now, maybe you want to design a project, you can see this color here. This design is very nice. You can use this as a template for your design. So that's that about that. Now upload. So the work of upload is to upload media. You can see all my pictures here. These are pictures on my laptop. So I upload them. Maybe you want to add your own personal pictures to your design. You understand? You can easily upload here. So the photos, I told you that Canva have photos. Let's mute ourselves. Please, I'm coming just a minute. Esther, please, can you mute yourself? So we have photos here. Please, just a minute. And I cannot mute her from here. Hello, Esther, please, can you mute yourself? I don't know, it's like I can't mute her. So let's move on because of time. So we have photos here. So here you can easily search for all your photos. I told you that Canva have free pictures and they also have premium pictures. So for instance, our plan then was to design, I want to design a marketing campaign plan for a company. So I can just search for maybe they are into selling of coffee or something. So it depends on what you're doing, what the person is, what the company is doing. So maybe they're into coffee. So I can just search for coffee. So you can see the pictures, several pictures of coffee. So this one here is for Pro, as I explained earlier. That's for the premium users. So why these are free pictures? So there are free pictures on Canva too that you can use for your design. So, and when using pictures, there are some pictures that they have, we call them blank space. So those blank space, you can use them for design. These are the secret of design. So it makes your design very professional and cool. For instance, this picture here, and let me show you another thing on Canva. If I want to use picture, I can use pictures in two ways. Number one, if I just click on the picture comes in here like this. So I can easily, maybe I just want to use the picture as a photo. So this is it. All you just need to do is what? Let me delete. Just come on the picture, just click, just left click on the picture, and then the picture will come in. But if I want to make the picture as a background, I click on the picture and I drag it. I drag it like this. This is the way I'm dragging. I drag it like this, and then it becomes a background. You understand? So this picture can act, in two ways, either as a normal picture or as a background. And also, if you see this picture, there's already a blank space. So for instance, all I just need to do now is I've been able to get a picture, you get? So the next thing is to pass across other information. And also, as I said, you can also use it as a normal, picture. For instance, I can come here and look for another picture right there. Okay, yeah, this is cool. So I can just use this as a normal picture. So these are two different designs right there. Picture as a background, picture as a normal picture. Yeah. So you can see this picture to right here can be used in form of this because there are a lot of blank space here that you can use. This picture too right here have the same thing. So when taking pictures, you have to be careful with the picture you want to use and how you want to pass across your information. So we've used pictures like that, and you know how to get pictures. So in case if the photos you're looking for is not on Canva, maybe you're looking for something on for instance, maybe you're looking for, you're working on health and you want to look for disease, maybe people with diabetes or something. So maybe the pictures you have here are not reflecting Africa. Some of us are looking for people, black people, that we are working, they are trying to do a project for something. So if you can't get that, as I said, you can go on unsplash.com. So when you go to Unsplash, you can see several pictures here. So all you just need to do is to search for, maybe you just want to search for disease on Unsplash. So you have many other pictures you can use. So there are a lot of pictures here on Unsplash, and they are HD pictures. So if you're looking for Africa now, maybe you want Africa, you want a picture on Africa, and so you have picture of children here, people carrying things you can use for your design. Someone on farm, maybe you want to design local people working on agriculture, and you see this woman. This pass across messages, like a lot of messages in this picture. Imagine a woman having a baby at her back, still going to the farm. So where is her husband? So all these things are things you can, you can use and use for your design. So this is, you can see maybe this is a school like this. You understand? You can use this now to talk about maybe a project you want to do on building a school that children are sitting on the window. So all the pictures are, and the funniest thing about Unsplash is the pictures are free. You are not paying anything. You understand? However, you can still what's it called? You can reference the person that took the picture. For instance, the person that took this picture is Ayo Musendi. The names are always there. You can see the names of the people, but they are free pictures, and it's always cool for you to reference them. So this Unsplash. So once you download this picture, all you just need to do is, you can see this point here, download photo. When you download it, you come on Canva, you go to upload. You upload the picture, then you can use the picture for anything you want to do. So that's on pictures. So now let's go to lines. So the next thing is lines. So now in these two designs, I have a design here and I have another design up here. So I want to make use of line. So maybe in this picture now, my plan is to include the social media details of the company. So I just want to make use of a line, to do that. So all I can just do is come to element. So element is where you find all your icons, all your lines, all your logos, shapes. So you can see lines here, boldly written. So all you just need to do is click on the line. You can see the line. The moment you click, the line comes on. And you can easily reduce the length of the line by just dragging it like this. So you can see the line. And then you can see here, you can easily move the line. You can rotate the line. If you want it to bend anyhow, you want it to bend. So actually maintaining 0, I want 0. I want 0. Okay, this is, oh wow, this is not 0. Oh, this is 0. Yeah. So I can easily drag the line. Maybe this is I want to put the company's logo. I'll just put the line here. So why am I putting this line? I want to put other information here, but I want to put an information here that I might maintain all through the slide. So I just want to use it to demarcate and make my work more professional. So that's that about line. And also to bring in other design ideas. There are many lines here. So if you're also designing, maybe you want to design a pathway or something, there are arrows, there are several design, coily designs. You can see different nice design just to make your work look beautiful. So you can see even there are some things here you can use to make your work nice. So this is a root part now. Maybe you want to put a root part in your design. So you can see, so that's the root part. So that's about that. And also there are animation design on Canva. So all these design are animations. So once you put them in your design, you just upload them and then people will be able to see the flow. So that's that about lines. So for instance, I can just put this, click on the line again. Maybe what I want to do now is just to reduce the line, make it very small right there. And then I can make it into 180 just to rotate. So you can rotate the line into anything you want. So this is 90 degrees. So I can easily put this here, right here, just to, it's not doing any purpose, just to make my work look professional and cool. You understand? So that's all about lines. So you know where to get your lines. You go to element, then the line is right there. So another thing is font. Okay, let us also put line here. So maybe you just want to put something here. And then also you can change the color of your line. So you can easily come here, change the color. And the beautiful thing about Canva is Canva actually helps you to bring out your photo colors and your brand colors. So depending on the photos that is, or the things, the information on this page, Canva will give you some colors you can use. So you'll not be thinking of what is the brand color you want to use. So for instance, I can just click on this color here, which flows with the brand. So that's where branding comes in. You can just put a color picture of red, blue here, then you use color purple here or brown here. So you need to maintain, the same color style. So also you can change the size of the line width. You can see, you can make it very thin. So that's it. Let us make it 3. So yeah, that's cool. And you can change the line too. You want to make it into maybe a dash, or you want to make it thicker. So you can also change the line style. So that's that about lines. You understand? So now after lines, we are done with lines. Then the next thing is to go into font. So font is just you typing now. You understand? So we are still going to come back to elements because there are many things there that we're still going to use. But let's go to text. So in here, I told you about hierarchy. So add the heading is title. Add the subheading is subtitle. Add the bit of text is body, just like I explained. So if I want to add a topic now on this on our design here is to type add the heading. So what's here? You can see that it has a bigger font. So I can say marketing campaign. let's say marketing, yes, marketing campaign plan. Yeah. So you can see that. So this now, if you look at this design now, this is where alignment comes in. If I just put this here like this, it's not aligned. So that's the mistake majority of us do, and that's why our designs are not that cool. So you need to look at how to make everything align. So there's a line already put here. There's a work is doing. So all I need to do now is to what? Click on this. So come here. There are a lot of information here for test. This right here is where you change your font. So for instance, I told you that I have a font I use. So I use Montserrat. Montserrat Extra Bold is used for top, for titles like this. So there are many other fonts, hundreds of fonts. So you can see all these ones with crown are for pro people using pro version. But all these ones that are black here are free. So you can use the free ones. Montserrat is free, Roboto is free, Lato is free on Canva. So I can reduce the font size to, let's say, let's use 70. 70 is cool. I can change the color of the font. So I can come here and use blue, you can use red. And if you need more colors, new color, there are many colors here. So these are things people do on Photoshop and all these things. So you can come to bold if you want to bold it or you don't want to bold it. You can use italics, you don't want to use, you can underline, all those things are things you know already. So you can also change the format to all capital letter, or you want it to be like in sentence case. You can also change the alignment. This is where alignment comes in. So I can use this alignment, you understand, where everything is aligned to the left. I can justify it, or I can align it to the right. So it depends. But right here, because of this line, I want to align it to the left. And one thing about Canva is Canva also help you with alignment. There's a line. So you can see this purple line coming up, are lines you use for alignment. So I want to align this particular text with this particular line. So you can see the lines, they are used for alignment. So alignment is very key in design. So I can also align it to the center. So center means is in between, you can see is in between these two lines. So that's alignment. Also, if you want to bullet it, you want to bullet your what you're designing, so you can bullet, you can put numbers. And also if you want to change the line space, maybe the space is too wide, you want to reduce, you want to increase, so you have line spacing here. You want to also the letter, you understand, you can also space, there's also spacing between letters. So that's just that. And effect too. The other effect, you want to curve the word, you want to make them shine, you want to put in shadow, glitch. There are many effects right there. So that's, and also if you want to add link, you want to add link to what you type, you can also add link right here. And also position, if you want to send it to the back, send it to the front, top, bottom, that's position. And lastly, transparency. So I can transparent, you can see, so you can transparent text, and also you can transparent pictures. So if I click on this picture right here, I can come to this tool here and make it transparent. I told you about transparent the earlier when we spoke, when I was showing you the basics of design. So to bring in more contrast, to make people see what you're typing, you can, or what you want to pass across, you can also make use of transparent tool, which is right here. Also on pictures, you have effect. I believe some of us that use Instagram, we understand all this effect. So, or filter, you want to make epic, you want to use different, what's it called? Filter tool, just to make the picture nice. Also, you can adjust the picture, the brightness, the contrast, saturation. You can crop the picture, and you can also flip the picture to the left, or you can flip horizontal. You can see you can flip vertical. So flip vertical, flip horizontal, back to normal. So that's how that is. So this is test. So marketing campaign plan is a test. So what other things can you add to the test? For instance, you want maybe the name of the company is let us just say, okay, coffee shop. That's the name of the company. So maybe they have a logo, but we just want to use a test logo. Some companies also use test logo. So I can easily put this here. So this is how design comes in. You can see that the line now has a purpose. So I can put this here and use maybe another font for that. Since the company logo, let's use Cooper. So You can see coffee shop, and I can also reduce the font. So that's how that works on text. So if you want to include other information, maybe marketing plan, I want to include other information. So you can just maybe want to include the year. So you can bring down that. You can see everything is aligned. So you can see 2020 to 2021. So I can highlight it and come here and also change the font. Maybe now I want to use Montserrat. You can see how I'm combining fonts together. This is Montserrat bold. This is ordinary Montserrat. So if you want to get all these things, all you just need to do is Montserrat. You can use other fonts too. So you can see different Montserrat form. You have bold. This is for topic, a title. You want to type, maybe you just want to type text. You can use ordinary Montserrat. If you want to type subtitle, you can use Montserrat Classic. So this can also be aligned. That's alignment for you. So if you can see now, I've designed a nice marketing campaign plan cover page for a coffee company. So that can also, we can also do that here. So our picture is here. And what I just want to do now is to copy this, Control C. And you
Sorry, I
can
have a
just,
question.
okay, I'm with you.
Sorry for coming.
No
Sorry,
problem.
everybody. Let's take time. So, when you were working on it, that purple line that isn't aligning, is it purple or probably pink? How did you get it?
It's not as if I get it. It's already on Canva. As I'm dragging this thing to come up itself.
Wait, do it again. Let me see you.
Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'm just dragging this text. Can you see lines coming up?
Yes.
There are alignments. They're already on Canva. So it's to help you align. So if I want to align to center, you can see align to this text. You can see it's aligned to this text. Align to this text. You can see align to this
Okay, okay.
text. So that's how it is.
I don't really see it. Okay, okay,
So it's
okay.
not as if I'm the one that bringing the line is already on Canva. So that's how it is. So here too, we can design. I've already copied and pasted the text. So I can align the text. You can see this is where you bringing in, what's it called? You bringing in colors. So here is white background. I cannot just bring in any picture. So I just need to control A now, that's a light. So I can easily change the color of this text. Now, there's already a brand color, I told you. So you can use any of this color now. So you can see marketing plan. So yeah, so we've been able to replicate that, and you can come here too and copy these, just copy this here and see. I just want to make use of these two designs so we can see what I mean. So now let me quickly pass across another information. For instance, maybe I just want to drag this into this place. I just want to, maybe this is the design that is coming to my mind. If you look at this design now, this plan I've entered into this picture. So if you design something like this now and send it out, people will not see what you put here, and this is how, the design is already useless because I can't see. So how can I see? You actually use, is either you change this, the color of this one now to maybe white. If I change it to white, I can see it. Or what I can do is to change to transparent this. So if I transparent this, do you see now? So I can see. So that's how text works on color. You understand? It's either you transparent the color, the color to bring out the text, or you change the color of the text so people can see. So that's how that works. Yeah. So let me just bring this back to normal. So we've talked about text. So this is where you come get your text. If you want to type maybe more information, you can do that here for your presentations. So after this, the next thing is to check what else. I've shown you alignment, and I've shown you what branding too. So the next thing is to come to colors, and I've also showed you some things about color. So if you want to change the color of these text, you can easily change color right here. And if you want to change the color of a background, just click on the background, just click on it, and then you can easily change the color of the background right here. You understand? So that's how that is. And if you want to mix different colors too, I've explained that. So lastly, what we want to explain now is shapes and icons. So if you scroll down, we've already talked about lines. You have different shapes on Canva that you can use for your design. You have circle, you have square, you have rectangle. So each of these spaces have what they want to do. So that's why I said you should always create something what you want to design right in your mind before you design them. So you can see all the shapes. So maybe you want to put a circle now in this design. Maybe you want to just include something right here. Let me look for a nice circle. Okay, something here. Just click on it, reduce it, and see how to make the design also look nice. I can put this right here. All I'll just do is come to this color. You can see for shape, click on the shape, come to the color here. I can pick white and come to transparent. You can see. So one other thing I can do is to Control C, Control V. That's copy and paste. And then I can reduce these. What am I doing? Just to touch up the design. You can see what shape is doing. I can do this here, reduce the size the more. I can copy this and paste it. Do you see? So what am I doing? Is just to make this thing look more beautiful. So that's how that works. So we have several shapes here depending on what you want to do. So we can also go back to template and quickly see how shapes are being used. So you can see the work of line here in this design. So if you come down, you'll see a lot of, how shapes are being used. Right here, you can see this is rectangle here. So they use a lot of shapes in this design. Also a lot of shapes in this design. So as I said, instead of you designing from scratch, you can also make use of template to make your designs flow. So this design is on sustainable development goals. So if you have any design on SDGs, you can see how the design flow. You can just edit this and do your presentation. There's no time, no one will hold you. You can just change all the colors to your own brand design. Simple. So that's that on shapes. So we have several shapes here. Now, another thing is as you come down on shape, we have frame. You can see these frames. So the work of frame is just like the name frame. You can use it to frame your pictures. So for instance, now if you want to put maybe this particular picture, I want to put it inside a computer. So we have a computer frame right here. All these things are under element. Also, if you are using the Canva phone app, it's under illustration. So when you open the app, you see illustration. Go under illustration, you see all these things. So all I just do is take my system here. Like you see the way I drag, just as I drag the picture there, I just drag it down there. You understand? So once you drag, what you do is the picture you want to place inside this frame, you have to drag the picture over the frame. So you click on the picture, drag it over the frame. You see what happens? The picture will enter into the frame, and then I've been able to frame our coffee complaint. You understand? So that's how it works. So all I just need to do is to what? Drag the picture over the frame. So for instance, to maybe what I want to do is to make use of phone, maybe a phone frame. I just drag the frame down right here, and then I drag the picture over the frame. So what happens? I have a phone with coffee. So that's how that works. You get the idea now. So that's how that works. Yeah. So there are many other frames you can use. All you just need to do is drag the thing there. So like for instance, now maybe maybe I just want to design about myself or something, and I want to just let me try and look for one of my pictures, and just maybe I want to do a talk now on SDG goals. So maybe that's the title of my presentation. I just come to upload. I already upload my pictures, and I just look for maybe a nice or cool picture. So I just drag it, just drag the picture right here. Then once you drag, let me drag it again. So that at times it doesn't work. So you have to drag it again. So once you drag it, you can see that it is not well positioned. It's just like crop. All you do is double click on it. When you double click on it, you can easily drag the pictures. So this is it. So that's how you do that. You understand? So Now let's go to what's it called? We are still on element, and we are done with frames. So another thing is we have stickers, we have charts. So Canva have actually improved on their charts. So if you want to design an infographics, maybe you want to work with a company and want to put in chart. So you can see there are many charts you can use. So with these, I'll show us some designs I've made on Canva. So you'll be able to see what I use. So these are beautiful charts you can use for your presentation. So that's still under element. And then the last thing we're going to look into now is use of all this icon, Facebook icon. So to get all this, all you just need to do is search. So come here and then you search Facebook, go on element and just search. Anything you need, just search. So what Mercy was saying, the question she was asking earlier is this. Now on this particular design here, I'm using two colors, or let's say three colors, black, brown, and white. So if I just bring in blue Facebook now, I've spoiled the branding. The design will not look fine again. You understand? So I need to actually change the font of this Facebook into black. So, or I change it into white to maintain the design branding style. So when you come here, you can see that they are free and also they are pro. Hello, please let's mute ourselves. Let me just. So when you come here now, you can see that there are what's it called? There are free ones and then there are pro ones. So all you just need to do is scroll down and then you pick this one here that you see is white. Once you put it here, all you need to do is just click on it and then you come to this place and change the color. So I can just change the color to what? To black. So that's it. So you can change the color of your font. Some of the font on Canva, you can change their color. What you do is what? Click on the color on the icon, come to color and change them to any color you want. So that's how that works. So this is black now because I want black. So all I just do is what? Reduce the font. I don't forget alignment too. So I make sure it is aligned with this. So that's Facebook right there. Let me just shift it up small. That's Facebook. So maybe the other thing I want to include is their LinkedIn. Just search LinkedIn. You can see LinkedIn. There are different types. If you click on some, you might not be able to change their color. So click on the ones you can change their color. Most of the ones you can change their color are these white. So when you click on this now, you can see that it already even flow with the color of the what's it called? Of the design that we're doing. So you just drag it down here. And also you need to maintain alignment here too. So ensure that you can see they are both aligned together. Then lastly, maybe I just want to include Instagram. I just search, then Instagram will come up, click on it, it's also black. So then I drag it down right here. Okay, cool. Well aligned. So then the next thing is maybe the coffee shop, Facebook and Instagram page is what? Coffee_shop. Coffee_shop. That's there. So I need to reduce the font. Change the font to Montserrat because that's what we are using. So good. So that's how I was able to bring in this font. But if you notice, it's like these icons are still large. They are bigger than the things. I have to increase this just to ensure I'm still maintaining alignment. So that's what alignment really is. So you need to ensure that everything has close, almost the same size. So that's how I design. Like that's how I come up with these, and that's how you can easily change the color of your icons and design a nice front page. So that's that about that. So I've been able to show you how to make use of elements, how to make use of shapes and icons, how to make use of colors and the rest. So one thing I want you to know is this. You can't learn all these things in just a single training, but one thing you can learn is how to use all of them. So now that you know how to use all of them, all you need to do is to start practicing. So if you have access to a computer, start practicing, design something with Canva. And one thing you can also do to help yourself is come here, look for a template you like, and replicate it. Those are the things I use to help myself, in design. Replicate a particular template, you understand, and also you can just think of something and come up with a design. So it's very simple, and that's just the basics of everything. So the title of this training was Basics of Presentation Slide Design. So I've been able to show us how to design a front page, you understand. So if you want to design other things now, for instance, if I want to continue with this particular presentation, all I just do is what? I can just add a new page and then come to picture here. And then you can see Canva have already saved some brand colors. So I can just pick up, you can see now, I've been able to maintain the same color now, the front page and this. I can just copy this line here and put it here. And then I can design other things I want to do. For instance, maybe I want to design introduction. I can copy this line here now, Control C, Control V, then pick up, just write a text, introduction. So I can drag this here, still using the same font. Don't change font when you are designing. You can see alignment, come here, change the, so I can change the font, and then I've been able to design a template. So this template now is what I will use all through this slide design. So that's how branding comes in. So I'll just continue using that, duplicate again. So design what I want to design here, change this one, maybe this one is now, what's it called? I can just say, what is marketing? So you can see now, so I just continue this brand until I finish my slide. So that's how you design a professional presentation slide. So we are going to bring the class to an end here, and I appreciate everyone that attend this training, and I believe you've been able to learn one or two things. But before I bring it to an end, I believe there are questions. So these are time for questions. If you have any question, kindly what's it called? Kindly send in your question through the chat, or you can just come in now and ask. Yeah. Okay. I think there's a question. Okay, there's a question. Hello, Astrop, you raise up your hand, so please can you ask?
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for a lot has been made. So my question is, as regards working with Canvas, is there any additional material you can just recommend, that someone can reference to when working with Canvas?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a nice question. So what I will say is, for me, I think the additional material I need is practice. That's the additional material. The more you practice, the better you are. Okay, before I leave, I will just show you some of my design when I started and where I am now. So it's just about practice, 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 and practice. You understand? So, and also someone asked, there's a question sent to me personally that, okay, please let me just read the question out. So there's a question sent to me now that, please, are these 7 points applicable to designing a flyer or any presentation? These are applicable to design both flyer and any presentation. I will show you all the things I've designed using all these ideas I just shared with you. So I even have professional graphic designers as friends that message me so at times for ideas on all this, presentation and stuff. So what you're using to design a presentation is still what you use to design flyer. So if you are good with graphics, you surely be good with presentation. So that's how it is. Okay, I think there's still other question. So So let me just quickly go and share some of my designs with us. So yeah. So some of the things I've been able to do with Canva, though I've actually dropped a little bit since I came to school. But when I was in Nigeria, I actually did some things. So let me show you right when I started and some of the things I was able to do with it. Well, I've actually done a lot. So, wow, it's like I can't get to the end. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, maybe I should just start from here because I can't get to the end. So all these ones you're seeing, malnutrition in children, all these here are these are designs I made from the Food and Genes Initiative blog. So if you want to start a blog, you can easily do all this design on Canva. So yeah, I just started designing then. So you can see all these things you're seeing here are my trainings. I just click on what's it called, a design on Canva, and then I just see how they do them. So these ones are trainings. These ones too are trainings. You can see. Okay, yeah, I was training someone on how to design. So, wow, please just a second. Yeah, so that's how it is. I'm coming. It's not loading right. Okay, yeah. Please just a second. Please, I'm coming. I don't know what's. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is cool now. Yeah, so I've actually done. So when I started then too, it was not that easy. You understand? I was just doing everything. So the best material I can give to you is for you guys to actually to practice. So come up, go on Canva, download it on your phone, start designing, anything you want to design. You understand? I don't know what's wrong with my system, Zoom. It's just doing anyhow. I'm coming, please. Just a sec. I really want to show us some of these designs to really help us to be able to know what to apply Canva to. So let us just wait a second for it to finish loading. I don't know why it's doing all this. Let me just use this one. I don't know why it's doing this. So that's the best advice I can give to you. Just make sure you practice every time. So once you have maybe you want to design, and another thing that will help you is um, stop looking for answers elsewhere. That really helped me a lot because if you're thinking about you want to do something and then you're looking for a friend to help you do it, you won't learn anything in life. And that's how you become low on skills. So most of these things I design here are things I was just curious. How can I make this design better? How can I make it better? And that's how I stumbled on Canva. You understand? So here, right here is a flyer for my initiative. This is another flyer for these for Swiss Africa. I designed this particular program myself, and these are I made it on Canva. So all the ideas I use are just ideas I got from slide design. I designed this slide myself. This is a pitch deck. These are pitch decks. So this is a project in school. This is a class assignment, which I did on Canva. So these are pitch decks, these are presentations, these are ebooks. If you want to design ebook, it's there on Canva. This is another ebook, this ebook. All these ebook I'm showing you here, I collected money from them for them. These are certificates. So this is a corporate profile I told you I designed for University of Lagos. So these are things, this here right here is an infographics. So these are infographic design. If you want to design reports, you want to design anything, is right there on Canva. You want to do a slide presentation, pitch deck design, all these things are right here on, you can do them on Canva. So anything you want to do, you need to add, all these skills to yourself, and it will really help you. You get the idea. So yeah. Wow. So I think I should just stop right here because we are getting
Yeah,
close
no,
to 2 hours.
somebody asked a question. So I think
Okay.
you should show the person the downloading icon. Like you can check the question
Okay.
on the
There's another
comments.
question. Maybe I can stop sharing, or is it related to me presenting? Let me check. So after I've made the design, will it save on the cloud? It will save on your cloud, not on your system. So all the designs you make are saved on cloud. So another question again. So how do we access the design? Okay, yeah, you just watch this video, you should be able to see all the designs I talked about. So how can we get inspiration? Okay, good. I will also share that with you now. So yeah, I think I've answered the presentation. So if you want to download icons too, maybe there are some icons you are looking for that are not on Canva, or you just need to go to Google. So for instance, I want to download an icon on World Obesity Day. I want to celebrate, we want to celebrate the World Obesity Day 2021 icon PNG. So this is how you search for it. So once you do that, it will bring, you can easily go to image here. So all you just need to do is click on this icon, and then you do what? You save image. And once you save image, you come to Canva and then you download. So for instance, let me just go back to home. I don't know what's happened to that one. Let me go use this. So I just need to go back to home right there. And where's our previous design? Okay. These are training. So here I can easily, so what I'll just do is after downloading this World Obesity logo, I come to this place on the canvas and I upload that particular icon and use it for my design. So for instance, the Redeemed Christian Church of God logo is not on Canva. So I download this logo from what's it called? From Google, and then I use it for my design. So that's how that works. So for inspiration, you said you need inspiration. So this is where I get my own inspiration from the template. These are designs made by people. So for instance, if I want inspiration on this slide now, I can just click on it. Once you click on it, what happens? It loads out. So if you want to design something, I don't know how to design it, you can just check all these design here and use them as design. So for instance, this particular design here now, I can use it to design something for myself. So for instance, now this design I have here now, I can easily use it to design something on this particular template here. So all these are places where you're getting for inspiration from previous designs of people. You get the idea now. So that's how that works. Yeah. So there are several other templates, hundreds of templates on Canva, and it depends. You can also search academic presentation. Academic presentation. So when you search for academic presentation, you have samples you can use for your design. If you want to search for business presentation, there are samples you can use. You just edit and then you have your slide. And that's the same for flyer too. So if you want to design flyer now, let me go back to home and search for flyer. If you search for flyer too, you can easily do that. So flyer. So we have flyer will come up. Then you can click on flyers. So once flyer come up, you have the templates, then you can easily edit. So these are templates now for different flyers. So for instance, maybe you are into cake or cake business, you can use this flyer right here, edit it, and then you have your own cake. Maybe you are into real estate, edit this picture. You have your real estate design, post online. If you want to talk about maybe, for instance, this designer right here is very cool. If you want to do a design on if you want to do a design or for your workplace where you are and you just want to tell them, okay, don't use this water, use this. So you can easily edit this design here, right here, put the logo of your company here, edit the design and put stuff there. So most times I don't know why we people want to start designing, why we always design from scratch. You understand? Like the best designers at times are designers that learn from what other people have done. So look at what other people have done and use them, to get the best design for yourself. So yeah, you can easily send the design from your laptop to your phone. But one thing I did is I have Canva on my laptop and Canva on my phone. And you didn't want to know the beauty. The most beautiful thing about this thing is that the moment I finish designing here on my laptop, once I log in into my phone, the same design is on my phone. I just download from my phone. So that's what I do. Or you can just come here after designing now. For instance, our previous designer here, where's the design? The design we made earlier, let me show you how you can download that. I'm coming. So let first be there. So let me show you how you can download that. So once I click here, you can, all you need to do is come to this. I'm coming. So right here. So once you click on share, you can see download. So once you click on download, you can download as PDF print. This is high quality, but the size is large. You can download as picture, PNG, or JPEG. I'm sure we all know the meaning of JPEG. So also you can even download it as PowerPoint slide. Come to share, you can see Microsoft PowerPoint. So you can download this particular slide of Microsoft PowerPoint and then edit it on PowerPoint. So maybe you know how to use PowerPoint more than Canva. You can just come to Canva and get templates. So I download a lot of templates. So then when I was training myself, I would click on template here, download it on PowerPoint, edit on PowerPoint. So if you know how to use PowerPoint better than Canva, come to Canva, download template, use them on your PowerPoint. And then you're becoming a better designer. So that's that about today's class. And I really appreciate everyone that attended the class. Thank you very much for making it. And I believe you've been able to learn one or two things today. So, so as I said earlier, Swiss Africa is an initiative that is focused on celebrating and supporting women in STEM. And we also appreciate all the guys always joining us for training. The main aim is just to ensure that we all achieve our purpose and we all do better in life. So all these skills are things you can use, that will shift you from where you are now, to another level, especially when you are still in the university. Because when you graduate, the competition out there is too much, the competition out there is too much. You want to gain scholarship, you want to get a job, the competition is just too much. So you have to look for a leverage. And how do you leverage? What do you leverage on is skills? Nigeria is short on skills now due to our education curriculum and the likes. But you yourself, you actually need to go outside the box and look for what you want to add value to yourself. You can't keep on giving excuse that the country is not working. You have to make things work for yourself. So when it works for you, then you can bring in other people and also make life better for them. So thank you very much, everyone. So we are going to bring this to an end now. And also I appreciate all the Swiss Africa team. That's Dami, Messi, Ola, Odun. I appreciate every Victoria, Precious. I appreciate all of you for all your support to make this happen. Thank you very, very much. And we do have these trainings every month. And also I appreciate Ayobami for making this Zoom platform available for our training. So we always have all these trainings every month. So next month again, we are going to come up with trainings and you can join us, to learn more. So thank you very much for attending and have a nice day. Yeah. Okay, someone has a question that we use a presenter view and still have access to the note while showing on the viewers and participants screen. Oh, yeah, there should be a way. I think you just need to use Spotlight on Zoom. Yeah, you can check for that. So yeah, thank you everyone and have a nice day.